I have got a bunch of trades open on the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and a bunch of meme coins and stuff today because I think the market is about to bounce. I am completely fed up. I am completely bored of every single time the price of the cryptocurrency, no matter which one it is, goes to rise up and then somebody sells. And then we just keep going down in price. But I really believe very strongly that period of time is coming to an end very soon. And if you're not bullish right now, you're going to miss on the best opportunity in this market that I'm going to explain to you in this video. So make sure you drop a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot of things to discuss. This is me, and I'm about to explain some things to you. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice, investment advice, or any form of recommendation. So it, let's crack on. Anyway, I've got a load of trades open, as I already said, and these trades are quite leveraged. They are. They're very leveraged. They're incredibly leveraged. But they're leveraged with reason. Like, I'm sat here all day. As soon as this starts to look south, I'll close the trade. So I can't really give a live trade update in a video because a video takes 2 hours to edit. Which is why, if you don't know, I own a different business, and we're currently doing a challenge within the Discord right now, turning $10,000 into $1 million. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that we've completed this challenge before. Today, I posted the screenshots from a previous challenge where we'd actually reached $1 million. I actually came up with this concept because I am a good trader. I do make very good trades. And if that sounds interesting to you, join it. Honestly, it'll be the best money that you ever spend. So use the discount code in the description. It should be 35 off for 35% off. Check it out. Give it a go. I'll crack on with the video. Because for me, I have got some big problems right now that might not be problems soon if we correct. So obviously, you can kind of summarize from what I've shown you so far. I am bullish on the crypto market. And the reason that I'm bullish is we keep going down, and at some point we're going to turn around. We've been in a solid downtrend ever since this point here, which is about more than a month. 37 days in a solid downtrend in a bull market. That can't last. We are in a bull market. The only reason that we have been struggling for the past few weeks is because of government shutdown, the longest ever government shutdown. And when the US government shut down, people started pulling money out of risk on assets. And when they did that, it meant that we started to lose money. Fortunately for us, the US government has unshut down. Yes, you heard that correctly. The US government has unshut down like Sports Direct every time they have a closing down sale. He signed the bill. Government's back to work. Everyone back to work. Then immediately this came out about it's bad news, innit? I don't like to say the words because I don't know if you're allowed to say them on YouTube, but you know, we can all read. Oh, and by the way as well, it's also not going that well back home in the UK. I'm not in the UK. I don't live there anymore. I left predominantly because of their over-regulation of cryptocurrency. The tax in Thailand is a benefit. It's zero tax out here. But yeah, the UK economy, it's not growing, and that might prove a bit of an issue. You see, the new Fed data came out today, the most up-to-date Fed data, and it only has now a 55.9% chance of another rate cut at the next meeting, which is both bullish and bearish. It means we're likely to get one, but it also means we're also quite likely not to get a rate cut at the next meeting, and that is going to define if we have a bullish Christmas time. But if we don't get that rate cut at the next meeting, 100% we're going to get an extra double large cut in January when the new Fed chair comes in. But it does mean things will be down until about Christmas time, and then after Christmas time, it'll start rallying into the fact that we're going to have a new Fed chair. However, back to the charts here, what are we looking at for Bitcoin? Well, if we look at this from a technical point of view right now, you can identify several support levels. We are currently sat on one of those. You can also see we have another level of support down here, and pretty much as soon as you've lost that level, the next level target becomes $92,000. And I see quite a lot of people out there on the internet saying that, you know, we're going to go down to 90,000, we're going to get down to 80,000. I've even seen some people like James Wynn calling for $65,000. And if I'm completely realistic, I just don't think that's going to happen. I think we're in a bearish hysteria right now. I just can't see that in a way that Bitcoin goes back down to $65,000, because I know that you know that I know that I'll be mortgaging every single asset that I've got 10 times over to buy the dip at $65,000 Bitcoin. So for that simple reason, it can't happen. Maybe in a flash crash kind of scenario, but it just seems unlikely. So now that we're back in the real world here and we're looking at this, to me it looks like a bounce, which is why I'm long on the markets right now. This is Bitcoin. Let's have a look at the VRVP on Bitcoin, because that'll give us an indication of these levels. Now you can see down here we've got this level. Now this level is tying in with our $92,000 theory. We also have these levels here, which we're currently at. The next level, which is the target level, is this white line here, and that will be my cash out point on my trades. Now that white line represents peak liquidity in the range, and then you've got the higher level up here. So we've got 4 levels identified. The most likely one that we stay within is this range here. But the important thing to point out would be if we lose this level of support here, then it will be down to this final level of support at $100,000. And if we were to lose $100,000, it'd be pretty catastrophic because it would take us right back down to this next zone of liquidity. Being said that, clearly I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm also not big betting on Bitcoin right now, because I actually favor the altcoins. So let me just show you Solana. This is Solana, 15-minute chart. You've all seen it before. You can see we've got a peak zone of liquidity here. You can see we've got a peak zone of liquidity here and another one up here. The next zone above is currently sitting at $185. Currently, we're trading at $156, of which we entered this zone in such incredibly quick fashion. I just don't think it can last, because the people that made money here have probably continued to place short positions, and naturally they're going to get put underwater at some point this weekend when the price rallies to the upside. And all that I need to do in this scenario is make sure that I've got enough margin, which I do because I don't trade with all the margin that I've got. I never show you how much margin I've got. But anyway, this is Solana on the 15-minute chart. To me, looks kind of like we're forming a bit of a W reversal pattern here. Looks kind of bullish. Looks like it's starting to turn around, and it looks very much like we're at the bottom, because you've got to remember, like, Solana is down bad. When we talk about coins that are down bad, $253 down to $153, down 38% in less than 2 months. And this is one of the largest cryptocurrencies on earth. And you're telling me this isn't a buy right now? I think you're mad. All you need to do is be able to survive a wick to the downside, and you've got all this upside above. Like, I can't imagine for 1 second that this continues in the fashion that it's been continuing in recently. Some point soon, that downtrend is going to end. And when it does, it's going to be explosive growth. I look at ETH BTC, for example. Why do I favor altcoins right now? Well, this is rallying. This is a daily chart. You can see that we've been forming a giant bull flag on ETH BTC, and this kind of looks like it's going to start to break out pretty soon. Looking at Sol BTC again, although Bitcoin's price has not been performing that well recently, and Sol recently, sure, it's been dropping value against Bitcoin the past couple of days. Couple nice little green candles in a row, and the third one, if it comes, will be hopefully a good one. But again, I'm not Peter Pan. I can't tell into the future, but I can tell you I'll be posting all of these trades within the Crypto Saving Expert Discord group, for which you'll find a link in today's video description, and you can join it using the discount code below. So let's quickly cover off some crypto news. With Bitcoin's price boom isn't guaranteed after the US shutdown. The end of Trump's last US government shutdown back in 2019 saw a boom in crypto markets, but things are a bit different this time around. The main one from my perspective that would cause a pump is the stimulus check situation, because if we look at the stimulus check situation, currently there's a chance that Trump is going to distribute $2,000 to every single American citizen on planet Earth. And I'd be willing to bet that that happens in January. So I just don't understand where people get this whole, oh, Bitcoin's going to zero thing from at the moment, being that you understand that there's a new Fed chair coming in January who likes crypto. They'll do tax cuts. They'll give out stimulus, and they'll print loads of cash devaluing the dollar. And you're telling me that Bitcoin isn't in a bullish situation right now? Are you crazy? All we have to do is wait. We're about to make a lot of money. Just need to be patient. Or join Crypto Saving Experts Discord group in the link in the video description. And by the way, while you're down there, currently if you deposit on BLOFIN, they're doing an offer. This isn't the most up-to-date offer. The most up-to-date offer is a 20% trading bonus cashback. You can see the terms on the screen. Check out BLOFIN, great exchange, and I use it on a daily basis. Now, my videos do tend to be a bit all over the place, and here we are looking at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. And currently the Bitcoin liquidation heat map does have levels above, it does have levels below, but there's no strong levels. So when we look at the Ethereum liquidation heat map again, we've got some very strong levels down here at 3,200, but I feel like that's acting more of a trap. And really the levels that we're going to come up to is up at 3,600, 3,700, and I think it'll happen at some point this weekend. Now, being that I'm probably slightly more bullish on altcoins right now than I am on Bitcoin, I wanted to bring an altcoin to your attention, something that I've seen recently, and I'm actually quite excited about it. Now, the altcoin here is called ACURAST, and it's interesting because this is a company that's running a blockchain network via everybody's mobile phone. And currently, if you go on the website that I'll link in the video description, you can actually get access to this airdrop as well through their thing. You may as well do it. It's a free airdrop for free coins. Now, the network is live right now. It's running on 146,000 phones that have signed up for this. And they're already doing over 1 million on-chain transactions every day using that network, proving that it works. And for somebody that's a bit of a tech nerd, I enjoy this kind of thing. Now, in order to fund this project, again, something that I find very interesting, ACURAST raised 10.9 million in the middle of a bear market. Now, you've got to understand, that must mean it's quite a compelling proposition. They raised from Sigma Capital, CoinList, which is huge, and Gavin Wood, who is one of the founders of Ethereum. Now, you can get involved right now by going to this website. Again, I'll link it in the video description. It doesn't cost a penny to get involved in this. You can connect to this website. You can run your phone on it. You can earn tokens. It's free. And at TGE, all of your tokens that you earn through this convert 1-to-1 with the real token. And you can also boost your rewards using quests and referrals and that kind of thing. Now, you've got all weekend to do this because TGE is on Monday the 17th. If you want to get involved, it's hub.acurast.com. You may as well do it because it's free money at the end of the day, and we all like that. Link in the video description. But on that note, guys, it's a wild one out there at the moment. I am quite excited. I think that the US government shutdown is a good thing. The fact that it's come to an end, not the fact that it happened. And really, overall, I'm expecting a pretty good 2 to 3 months. I don't know how the start of November is going to go, but I'm pretty optimistic. As soon as the new Fed chair comes in, I think that things are going to really start to pick up. Now, I'm also back to making these daily videos, so if you wouldn't mind, do drop a like on it to boost my ego a little bit. It'd really help me with my mental health. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.